There is no such thing as a Slender Man, the Gristers, or anything you hear on a Creepypasta. There is no such entity. The only thing that could come close to supernatural would be a lister. Now, no one exactly knows what a lister is. They have reported to be any age, sex, ethnicity, or species even. There has only ever been one notable feature: their extreme blandness. Now, I know what you're thinking. What a disappointment, right? Compared to voids instead of eyes, and long fangs capable of ripping little boys and girls to shreds. They are so dull, but at the same time, they are so completely fascinating. The listers are just like any other being. They don't have powers, they don't have qualities. Well, they have one defining factor, one gift, if you will, that makes them unique. They can tell when you've been naughty, very naughty. And when they know, you better become a good little boy, or you'll have a price to pay. I bet you're wondering why I know so much about the listers. Well, let's say I've been doing a little digging. The first known account of the lister was in 1606, when a priest by the name of Father Malheim in England said in his diary, "They cometh, listing our fates by sin's order. Make of that what you will." But a rough translation of that has said to be that the listers come for you depending on how great a sin you've committed, how many times, and to how many people. But most importantly, to what order you are condemned. Now, no one has... Oh, who am I? Oh, please. After you've heard this, you'll see how irrelevant that is. Now, no one has ever seen a lister or recounted a tale about their existence. I guess that's because no one has ever lived after being named on the list. But it's never quite as simple as that, is it? I searched every trashy horror site and crappy creepypasta tribute channel. I found one on one channel. Stains on Black Velvet 8. I can't say whether it's a hoax or not, but a friend once told me that there was always a fraction of truth in a fable. Here is the findings of my delicate research.
My name is Samara Morgan. I'm 20 years old. I don't know who will listen to this. I just need to let someone know. They're real. They're all real. I first heard of the listers when my friend Tom was accused of murder. Tom was accused of violently raping, disfiguring and terrorising a 12-year-old girl. Obviously he denied the charge, and I, as his friend, stood by him. Blindly. I wanted him to be innocent, so I lied. I said that on the night in question, me, him and a friend went out to dinner. There was no way he could have done this. No concrete evidence against him. He got off. Naturally, we celebrated, believing the innocent had triumphed over the corrupt bureaucratic system. What a fool, how stupid I was. I awoke at a start 3 days later to a banging at my front door. Hurriedly, I raced downstairs and found a terrified, shaking Thomas staring back at me. He shoved by me and sat in one of my chairs.
"We're coming for me, man!"
He stuttered, swallowing a gulp of vodka he had carried with him. What are you doing here?" I questioned. My better judgment told me that he was experiencing a drunk-induced paranoia, and he would sober up after a night on the sofa. But then, he proceeded to tell me his horrifying ordeal.
"They knew what I did. They fucking knew. I even tried to argue with them, but they knew."
Who knew?
The listers. They follow you in your shadow, toying with you. And then when your sanity shatters, they strike. They showed me such horrible images. My little girl laughing as she masturbated with a knife. My mother and father sewn together, holding hands. They revolt me. I thought that I covered it up. I buried her in the woods so no one would see. They removed her teeth so dental records couldn't establish her. I was so clever about it all.
Shock resonated throughout my body. I tried to deny it. No, Tom, you didn't.
Yes, I fucking killed her, Savannah. And I loved it.
I threw up. I screamed. Any sign of grief a person can portray, I showed it. I slapped him and pushed him to the floor. Why? Why did you do it, Tom? Some of my spit landed on his face as I begged, pleaded for an answer. He just looked up at me and sighed.
I'm not sure. I just saw her and knew I had to help her.
Instantly, I picked him up and threw his paedophilic, disgusting ass out, along with all of his shit. Don't ever come back here again! And whoever stationed you, good! You deserve everything that's coming to you. I turned to leave him at the mercy of his creditors. I heard that sick bastard laugh.
Oh, Sienna.
He cackled, steadying to his feet.
You're in trouble too, you know. You help me out.